What's going on, guys? It's Easy back with another video for my raid builds of Necromancer. It should be close to 300 million. Let me show you guys the damage, then we will get into it. And I'm standing around here, and let's go. The damage output should be really crazy, and it can go even better, and I will explain how. But look at that, close to 100 million within few seconds there. And we have a demon hunter there dealing damage. He will see a lot higher damage number because of me. Anyways, let's just keep on going. The average is 5 million per second which I am dealing. These builds are crazy for raids. Let's see if we can reach 300 million. I did at some point, and there is a lot of potential to this build to get even better. So 280 something million we reach. You already can see 300 million there. So yeah, it can get even better, and I will get into that too. But let's talk about the warband buff that I am using, which is attacker. This gives me 3.5% increased damage. For the paragon itself, I was using the careful aim, sharp eye, gifted, unseen dynamism, and uncanny. All these are giving me increased damage and critical hit chance, and of course you have to be at a distance to deal more crit chance and damage, but that is still good if you are still close to enemy like I was. So I was trying to demonstrate that even if you stay closer, the damage output is going to be great. Then going inside into the setup for my Necromancer, hold on, let me turn the blur effect off. So this can be replaced, in my opinion, to 4-piece of Shepherd. You could see that my damage was already close to 300 million. If I had 4-piece of Shepherd, it would have definitely hit a lot higher. So definitely go with 4-piece of Shepherd, which will give your summon 15% more damage, and also the critical hit chance is going to be increased, which is going to be really good for your summons. And then 4-piece of Vitus Urge for beneficial duration and also increasing the attack speed. I'm not sure if it increases the attack speed of your summon or not, which I think it shouldn't, because it's only for your self and skills. But the beneficial duration, let me explain. The skills like Grim Sit here, it is a buff skill, you can see. So beneficial duration is going to affect it, and it will last longer for me. Same, Bone Armor is a buff skill for me, and both of them are going to last longer for me. And this is really essential, because if you can keep them 100% uptime, at 100% uptime, then you will be able to deal far more damage. So it brings consistency, and therefore 4-piece of Vitus is essential. So you can also deal some primary attack damage, because this is both primary and summon builds with the damage output. Then going into the essences itself, first let me show you my armor penetration. My critical chance is already high on my gear pieces. Make sure that you have crit chance on your helm, shoulder, and weapons, because it does makes huge difference. And also my attack speed is 25.5% because of the beneficial the buffs that I have, which is attack speed, beneficial duration, which I have a lot more on all my 8 pieces, so that I can have 100% uptime on any buff skill or legendary gems, because gems also take benefit from the beneficial duration and last longer. Critical hit damage, skill damage, and primary damage. And if you are a solely Necromancer, then you might be running with the summon damage there, and you can go even crazier than I am. But this is pretty much my setup there. And now going into the skills itself, let's open this up. I am using Soul Fire, Command Golem, Bone Armor, Command Skeleton, Grim Set, and as you can see, I have a Demon Hunter charm, so my charm is completely useless and still I am pulling this much damage. Let's begin with the Grim Set here because this is the key, and this is a debuff helm, and what it does is something amazing. Grim Set also slices through the enemy armor, increasing their damage taken by 11.4% for 6 seconds up to maximum of 34.2%. Keep in mind, this not only works for you but also for your party and anyone who is on the second party, because any monster or player that is going to receive debuff from you will receive higher damage from anyone. This is a newer information which I learned recently because of the question that one of the content creator Risha asked. So that is good to know that debuff does apply on anyone. It doesn't matter that if the player is in your party or not. So this is good to know. Then I am using the main hand weapon for Grim Set, which Grim Set now empowers you with Grim Calling, causing your primary attacks to unleash slashing set when they hit enemies. This is absolute beautiful essence, in my opinion, one of the best for Necromancer with this helm to deal so much more damage. Then let's get into the command skeleton itself. I am using no essence at all for these guys. That is correct. However, for the command golem itself, there is only one main hand I'm using, which is this one, the thunder lightning damage golem, the Fulgur golem that deal lightning damage. This is dealing the highest damage with the chest piece that I am using, so this is a must one. Then going into the bone armor itself, I'm using couple of them. The first one is Stormcaller Bones, and what it does is bone armor now generate a pulse that wreath you and your summon in lightning, causing electric link to form that damage enemies. So this is really good, and in my opinion this is good for raid or any stationary content that you're going to play, because if you're running around a lot, then the issue with this chest is that you have a range and you always have to make sure that your skeleton are in range or they will not get linked with you. So I would not suggest this for speed running or dungeon. This is not good. I already tried that, but for raids it's really good in my opinion. I'm using this one. And then final preparation, which is pent. Bone armor cooldown is reduced by 18%. This is really good. You can use something else too if you have 100% uptime on your bone armor. Then the Knockbrute skull is what I am using to increase my primary attack speed. This is really good. So your primary is also really effective, and Grimset can take full benefit from that. Then Soulfire is using, oh, there is another one, Corrosive Slab, which I was using for the Golem, almost forgot. Command Golem also make nearby enemies vulnerable, causing them to take 15.2% increased damage. So you can see I am applying a lot of debuffs with my Grimset and Bone Armor. And my final asset, which is Spiked Fetor, for the soul fire that allows the soul to explode and deal extra damage. So this is my setup with the builds. I tried to break down everything for you guys, and my legendary gems are all rank 6 right now. This is my setup. I also have couple of gem resonance inside them which I am working on, and later I will make a video too on them. But Void Spark, Viper Bite, Gloom Gas, Bloodsoaked Jade, Bottle Hope, Mother Lament, Rolling Consequence, and Forward Fang. This only works for your primary. You could use Pain Claps instead if you're a Soul Necromancer player, and combine that with the Viper Bite there or any harmful effect. But however, I'm a demon hunter most of the time, so this works really well for me. And also against a boss, you would still deal 30% increased damage with your primary with this. So this is my setup. 300 million damage can easily be reached, and with this I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, have fun, and bye guys.